Now it's been another full day of all of us surely sitting here on this temple just completely silently thinking about what I said about boomer music. I don't want to call it that. I don't want to call it boomer music. Classic rock, all of that stuff, the hype. We can get back to adventuring. I don't know, I have a lot of opinions about music. You can always ask me stuff about music. If anybody ever wants to leave any comment stuff or whatever, I don't know, have an opinion about a lot of things for that. It's mostly opinions. I don't know. But I usually have pretty strong opinions about some of that stuff. Where else can we... Let's try going back into the palette. Well, no, we need to have the frickin' boner. Let's go back... Okay, let's go this way. Because they gave us the hammer. They're probably looking to make us go back this way. Let's check this out. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't put my finger on what I was talking about last time as much. Where it's just like... It wasn't that anybody specifically told me, I guess at one time, that it's like, you have to listen to this music, but it really was that idea of like, this is the music that you need. This is the legend. So if you want to listen to real music, you gotta listen to this stuff. It's like, okay, well, I guess I better listen to real music. You know? Who knows? But that's done in the past now. There's no cave there. I think it's a dead end in the south here too, but let's double check. You know, freaking dude, you have to stop trying to lick me. Is there anything down here? No, there's nothing down here. Bombs and death to the east. I don't really want to go over that way. I don't know what's that's that weird flying plant thing or whatever. This guy looks like he's wearing just a fat Speedo or something. Thanks a lot, Disdon. Now all I'm thinking is that everybody's got gigantic dicks they're packing everywhere. After watching that friggin' video yet. It's not the first thing I want on my mind. So, oh, well, hey, can we go in there? We can go to the castle, maybe? Castle in the Dark World? That might be good. Huh? Why not Zoidberg? I don't know, why not? Why not Zoidberg? Why not? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh! Oh! You know what we can do? I know what we can do. I know what we can do. I know what we can do, you guys. Okay. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna take a nap. I can't get no, never mind. So we have the Master Sword, right? What does that mean? Well, I'll tell you what it means. It means that we can go up this way. And then we go up that way, we can go up this way. And then we go over this way, we can go up this way. And you see where I'm going here? I'm going up this way. I think I know what to do. Problem is remembering how to get up there. Do you have to go? Yeah, you have to go up here, right? Yes. No, that doesn't go anywhere. Right, that goes to the secret passage. Maybe I have to go down a level again. Yeah. There sure is a lot of room in this castle for a whole lot of nothing they have going on. It's like, what do you want in the castle, sir? I want a bunch of giant pots and urns. Okay, and just a lot of floor space. Do you want any rooms for barracks, armory, servants' quarters? No. No, I don't want that. Hell yeah. So this will open up a new portal to the Dark World when we get in here. Also, we'll go fuck up Aghanim. Oh, you want some of this? Do you want some of this? Some of... Oh, hell, whoa. Some of this? Well, that was cool. How did I avoid that? I guess the chain doesn't hurt you, it's just the ball. What does that say about a marriage? The old ball and chain. The old balls and chain. That's what my balls look like. They're all spiky. When you marry me, you get the full package deal. Get it? What the hell? They have swords out of their faces. I think he's just holding it weird, right? Ooh, what do we got? Continually disappointed, and my day is ruined. You know what we got? Look at this. We have the lantern, so we can actually see shit. Because what's the first thing you want to do is seeing shit. Yeah. Good. You're dead. Cool. There shouldn't be any chests in here, but I don't know shit about this, so... Oh, I was wrong. I was wrong, baby. But now I'm gonna go get your presents. It's my dick in a box. Why? There we go. You know what this reminds me of? That fucking, was it the first episode of Family Guy where it's like, hey, drink this beer. Oh, yeah, I did it. You win. Oh, what do I win? Another beer. Like, hey, get this key. Cool. It goes to this place. All right, it's got a chest in that place. Sweet, what's in it? Another chest. With a key is what I was trying to say. Yay. Am I making any sense anymore? No. Yes, I am. I'd like to be able to see. Can you? What the hell? Alright, sir, where are you posting me today? Because before it sucked. Well, we're going to put you in a pitch black room with another dude. Great. Oh, by the way, wear this sword on your face. Why? The one guy's like, I fucking hate this job. His buddy's like, God, I fucking love this job. Here come old sword face. Yeah. Let's light this shit up. Can I get in time? Oh, no, he still hit me. One of the items you should be able to have in this game is just like a never-ending supply of pots. They should have like a staff that can just summon pots. Not potsy, but like pots, you know? Gotta talk about boomer music. There's some boomer TV shows for you. You know, now that I think about it, that was a weird experience too. It was like, up until about, what, 10? Maybe earlier, I listened to nothing but like golden oldies. And then we had, I think TV Land had just started maybe like a year before I was born, or the year I was born, that I was born. And so I distinctly remember in elementary school, my friend Eric, the same one that I wrote about in my, or had in my story, Bugnet? Really? Oh, exposed for the randomizer. Is, we were in music class one day and we were waiting in line. We were lined up to, I think, leave music class, if I remember right. We were lined up? No, we were lined up. Oh my gosh. We had 2 gyms and we used one of the gyms for music class because school funding. But we also used it for a lot of other stuff. I think there was an art class in there too. And I remember being in line there and he was super excited. He's like, I gotta get home tonight because I gotta watch the next episode of Happy Days. I gotta find out. We're gonna find out tonight who wrecked Fonzie's bike. And I'm like, oh man, what the hell is Happy Days? Okay, yeah, cool. Let's check this out. And so I thought it was like a current show. So here I am in elementary school thinking Happy Days is like a current show. You know, it's based on what, the 50s or whatever. And then here I am going home and listening to music from the 60s. And I don't know any better. I don't quite really understand how old the Beatles are in relation to the time period, because it would have been, you know, the 90s. And it was just kind of a weird situation, actually, now that I think about it. That was like the current show. I mean, it wasn't the only show, but it was just the fact that we were like, yeah, because we didn't know. Elementary school, we were kids. We hadn't seen all of the old classic shows on TV Land. Because Nick at Night came on, it was, you know, it wasn't its own channel yet, so it was like Nickelodeon, I think, would go off doing its stuff until about 8, maybe 7:30 or 8 at night, and then it would switch over into TV Land, and then you'd get, yeah, I was gonna say, I thought the music was weird for a second, but all right, you want to have a seizure? Look directly at the fucking screen, buddy. I'm gonna give you that little tip right here. I fucking hate it when you have all these games that just go nuts like that for no reason, so I'm just gonna point that out when I know it's coming. So yeah, they had like Bob Newhart and stuff, which well, actually no, the first iteration they had really old stuff. It was like F Troop. Let's see, I remember how to do this. Boom. It was F Troop and Dick Van Dyke, which is, here's a funny exercise. Type the name of that TV show, Dick Van Dyke, into like any online game chat window, you'll get like it all censored, which is hilarious. Never realized that, did you? Well, now it's kind of funny. So there was that, and I don't know, a bunch of shows, oh hell, that I actually kind of don't really like to watch as much. Dick Van Dyke is pretty good, but they had like Mary Tyler Moore and stuff on later. What am I talking about? Is he gonna like, oh no, that one's okay. When does he throw lightning at you? It's when he's in the middle, right? Yeah. Does he have wings? I've never figured that out. Was that it? That was it? Oh good, we're right back where we frickin' came from. So the difference with that is that now we can go to the castle. Or wait, we're at the castle. Well, wait. No, crap, it just puts you down here, but at least we did beat him, so that's cool. I was gonna say, if you go through the gates, you just end up down here. So that really didn't do a whole lot, unfortunately. Did we get anything for it? Did we get any items? No. Where can I use this this stuff at? I don't think there's any... I mean, you get it just from, like, doing the potion thing, so I don't think you actually get anything. You don't need it, like, in a dungeon or anything. We are gonna go... I feel like it's the town we need to go to. What we need now is the hook shot. And... what else we need now is... Shoot, I'm too slow on the draw today. What the world needs now... Oh yeah, is a new kind of tension. Because the old one just bores me to death. There. You know what? Instead of people telling me that I needed to go and listen to Leonard Skinner. Leonard Skinner's good, but I don't really ever listen to them much. They should have told me to go listen to Cracker. Frickin' there's an influential band. I think I may have all of their albums. Or all of their songs. Pretty sure I've got almost all their albums, if not all of them. I met them once. That was really cool. We got our passes, and then it's funny because bands that are older will like pretty much they'll just go and play around with a lot of other festivals and stuff. So we went to like Ribfest one year, and they were playing. My buddy Jason and I did, so I was stoked for that. But there's a fun story. We got there like 4 or 5 hours early because the time on the ticket said like when Ribfest opened, and we thought that was like when the actual concert was, and it wasn't. I think we got there at 4 in the afternoon, and it's like, God, this is really early for them to play, but I guess maybe there's a bunch of bands. And we showed up, and we had to drive like 3 or 4 hours. Well, I think 2 or 3 hours to get there. And we showed up, and we could hear the band, and I'm like, dude, holy crap, are we gonna miss them? Like, it's barely even open. And no, they were just doing their practice set. And I was so confused. I was like, what the hell is going on? Yeah. So that was an eye-opener, but anyway, we got to go meet him afterwards, and I was just stoked because I listened to Cracker all throughout high school. Like, I was so into that band, man, a lot. Do you get anything for this? I don't have a... Yeah, I do, but I don't have a bow. Oh, now I have a bow. Okay. Alright, watch this. Let's see. This is just rupees, I think. I like his little drum. That's not gonna... Is it gonna hit? It is gonna hit. No, I'm not even gonna get anything out of this. Straight up. Yeah, whatever. Guy looks like a Star Wars character. So we got there, and yeah, like we got to go meet him, and that was super cool. So I bought an album from him. This is actually, yeah, I forgot about the rest of this story. Bought an album from him, and then I got him to go sign the album, all of them to sign the album, which I was super excited about. And I saved my ticket stub, and I put my ticket stub in the album, so it's still sitting around, which is really cool. And then, so this girl I dated is from Georgia, and then her friend went to, I don't have a, oh nice. her friend is, yeah. My friend is from Georgia. My friend Maggie is from Georgia. And her friend, Amber, went to school at like Georgia. I forget what it's called. Oh, what have we got here? Oh, hell yeah. We don't even need to go to the bat. Fuck yeah. That doesn't progress the story, but fuck yeah. So Amber went to like Georgia something. Anyway, so this is whatever. They went to Georgia College. She went to Georgia College. Amber did. And fine. So then years later, Amber goes and posts this thing on Facebook where it's like, hey, there's my teacher. So proud of him for doing this, because it was like David Lowery did something and like there was an article about him or whatever. And I'm like, that's your professor? What? Wait, what? I'm like, that's one of my... I don't know if I'd quite call him a hero, but I would definitely say Cracker is... I wouldn't say hero, but I'd definitely say major influence, for sure. It's hard for me to really have an actual hero. But I would definitely say major influence because of his songwriting and the subject matter and all that. And she's like, oh yeah, he was my teacher for whatever, this class. Like, I'm like, holy shit. Like, this is a guy that I would definitely want to, like, have a beer with. I think David Lowery is the kind of guy you would definitely have, like, 5 beers with or more. And hang out with, and then, like, bullshit a bunch and probably get really high with. And then play a bunch of music until one of you, like, passed out is the idea. That's the gist I get. Him and Johnny. It'd be cool to have a drink with both of them, but I was like, that guy seems like one of the most down-to-earth dudes. And she's like, he is definitely not down-to-earth because... one time in class, he was like, yeah, so this is the instance of when you would do this. In fact, that's what I did when I won my quadruple platinum award for this album or whatever. I was like, oh yeah, okay, well, maybe he's not completely down to earth. But it was just kind of funny that it's like one of the guys that it's like one of my bigger influences for songwriting. Because I keep talking about my bigger influences recently, but there aren't a whole lot of them. I'm pretty much getting to about the end of them here, the end of the list. And so she knew him. She saw him every day when she went to class, and I was just floored. I'm like, that's incredible. And so the point of that little mini story is that when I went and met the band, I think we can go to the... God, continue the damn story, Zach. When I met the band, I was like, hey, yeah, so I heard that you teach over in Athens. And he was like, oh, yeah, I do it, from time to time, kind of here and there. And I'm like, cool. And he looks at me and he's like, so, you from Georgia? I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, did you go to college there? I'm like, no. And at that point, I'm just like, too excited from watching the set. And then how excited I was to talk to them that it didn't click in my head to be like, oh, I dated a girl from Georgia and her friend had you, or whatever. It was just like, no, I didn't go there. No, I'm not from there. Thanks for the autograph, or whatever. And he just gave me this look like, So I'm sure that guy thinks I was like a nutcase, but... the thing is, I never thought I'd be starstruck, but then you think about it, like, let's say that you actually met one of your big people, music heroes, or whatever else. What would you realistically say to them? I mean that in a realistic situation, because I would like to talk music. I'd like to talk music with my musical idols. But I mean, what are you gonna say that they haven't heard? For one thing. And then in a real situation, you usually only get a couple minutes with them, right? So maybe let's say you find them in a bar or something like that, and maybe you get a little bit of time to talk to them, right? Because I've met guys from bands, not like huge bands, but there was a guy in a band once I was like, God, this guy is fucking good. And then he ended up by pure happenstance to come over when we were at the bar, and he just hung out, and I was like, dude, you were fucking awesome. And he was like chatting with me for a while. So like that's about the closest I've got to something like that. But like, what would you actually talk about with them? And it's like, it's the same with YouTubers or podcasters. Like you listen to them so much that you think you know them, right? And maybe you do. At least you could say, let's say somebody that you know is super genuine, and they're a public figure, and they have a lot of material. So let's say like Joe Rogan, right? Joe Rogan seems like a really cool guy to go talk to. I already went up this way. Like a really cool guy to go talk to and shoot the shit with, but also to talk about critical thinking stuff because he's a really good critical thinker. But I mean, you know him. He has no idea who you are. And so it's not like you can draw on his knowledge and his personality to kind of already be comfortable with him, like you already know him. But he doesn't know who you are. So it's like, you gotta, first of all, you have to get past that and all of this. And yeah, it's like when you factor all of that into the equation, it's like, what are you realistically going to say to somebody unless you had a chance? Like my friend April, I met her at a concert, and she's followed, what was it? She's followed Everclear around forever. Like, actually followed them on tour a lot, to the point where she's bought enough VIP tickets that she's, like, actually friends with Art, which is super cool. So in that case, yeah, they know each other, right? They could actually talk at length about, I'm sure, whatever, and be cool, but that's a pretty rare situation unless you're in the business, I think. I'm trying to get off of this damn mountain, if anybody's wondering, by the way, and I don't remember how the hell to do it. I know there's another cave. You can go to the left over here to do it, but I think it's... Did I... To copy my stories. So it's like, you meet your idol, what are you going to say? So in this case, it was like, yeah, I got to go meet David Larb. I got to talk to him for about 10 minutes, and there was some super, super drunk dude just completely hammered off his ass, telling him how good he was, talking to him like he was, you know, some opening band that was local or whatever. And it's like, do you understand that you're talking to, like, a pretty influential guy, or at least, you know, I would call him a rock star. Cracker was a pretty big band in the 90s. I don't know if they're as huge anymore, but they had some pretty big alt hits, you know, like Low and all that. Shit, I need the frickin' boots. Don't I? I don't think the bomb is gonna work. Just eat my bombs. So it's like, what would you say to that? The closest otherwise I can think of is the only person I can think of that you could do that with, where you wouldn't have to know, you wouldn't each have to know each other. You wouldn't have to know each other really well to get by, to have a conversation, is Andrew WK, because I met him, Jason and I went and met him after one of his spoken word things, and holy crap, that guy is bar none the most down-to-earth, personable, real rock star I think that ever lived. That guy is such a cool dude, and he will completely ignore everybody in line just to keep having a conversation with you if you feel like you didn't talk about what you wanted to talk about with him. He is such a cool guy. He is the only guy I can think of where you could get away with, like I said, not having to have needed to have like all of this prologue to actually feel comfortable talking to him. He is such a cool guy. But I don't know. Who would you guys, anybody who's watching, who do you think you'd meet, or it'd be like you could actually have a meaningful conversation with them, and, you know, or music or whatever, where it wouldn't be just weird. Like, realistically, you could sit down at a bar and be like, oh, hey, yeah, I've heard a couple songs of yours. You're one of my idols, but, you know, I kind of want to ask you about what you think about this, and shoot the shit or whatever, and it wouldn't be just some fantasy situation. Because I'm pretty sure Andrew WK, well, who was it? The promoter took him bowling, like, when he was in town. They just went bowling, and he's like, yeah, having a good time, or whatever. And I don't know. This whole episode was me ranting on about this, so yeah, give me your guys' opinions. I want to know. I want to see what everybody else thinks. Yeah. Catch you guys in the next one after I kill this guy. All right, victory twirl.